Hello guys. So since I finished my Inktober project, I have been doing daily oil painting studies, and I recorded this one just because I had a lot of fun with really thick layers and my palette knife like usual. But I also just thought it would be a cool opportunity to talk about my thinking lately. My oil painting process is really different from my watercolor process. With watercolor, tend to let certain areas just be really spontaneous and other areas be tight and more realistic. With oil, up until more recently, I was drawn to creating things more realistically overall. And so in these weekly sketches or daily sketches, I've been forcing myself to try to tap into some of the spontaneity that's possible with using really thick impasto style layers and the palette knife. So this painting, you can kind of see me attempting that. And a lot of it is just decision making and knowing when to stop. Because you can keep going and going and going and end up over rendering something really easily. And the beauty of oil is that it stays wet for so long, so you have a lot of opportunity for that. I kind of have been putting a time limit on these. That is one way that I kind of force myself to keep going with the spontaneity aspect. And also just really, really focusing on making an impression rather than a hyper-realistic scene. So what did I love about being in this rainy forest? I loved the reflections and the spots of color and the way the light kind of like rippled across the surface of the water. And so those are the things that I focused on during this painting. And I've also been trying to train myself to get more comfortable and get used to using more paint and putting more paint on my palette rather than being kind of stingy and only putting like small spots of paint on the palette and then having to refill later. So that has been a challenge because I really don't like wasting my materials. So I'm thinking, oh, what if I don't use all of it? It's just going to go to waste. No, it doesn't. I end up using it the next day because I just close my palette, my pochade box, and it's still wet the next day. So that's been another thing that has helped and has been led to me being able to do these more thick and more impasto style impressions. So if you're one of those people who does the same thing, I definitely recommend getting a pochade box or something that can close between sessions so that you can try to save some of that paint, and then you feel better about putting lots of it down on your palette. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video and some of my thoughts. I plan on making more of these in the future. I'll try to make my lighting and stuff better for the future videos as well. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more like this in the future. Alright, see you next time.